This year's class is stacked with some big-time cornerbacks, and they stack up well with the star-studded class of 2013 that featured 3 first-rounders in the 2016 NFL Draft: Jalen Ramsey, Eli Apple, and Vernon Hargraves III, and it also featured second-rounder Mackenzie Alexander and third-rounder Kendall Fuller. Now, when looking at the class of rising seniors, they have a chance to be just as talented. Keep in mind we're going off 24/7 Sports player composite rankings as of August 4th, and the 10th rated cornerback is Central East Jalen Johnson. The 6-foot, 180-pounder is one of the most physical corners in the country, and the 4-star defensive back from Fresno, California has already landed multiple offers from some big-time D1 programs. But according to 24/7 Sports Crystal Ball, they are pretty confident he will be playing his home games at the Coliseum for the USC Trojans. The 9th rated DB in the 2017 class, A.J. Terrell, is one of the most gifted players in all of high school football. The 6'2", 180-pound 4-star corner does it all. He's got great feet, great instincts, and he is one of the most physical DBs in the country. Now, the star from Westlake, Georgia announced he was going to commit on his birthday on September 23rd, but he doesn't want to rush into his decision, so it'll most likely come after that date now. And all my Clemson Tiger fans out there, though, according to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they are 75% sure he will be playing for Dabo Swinney. We will go ahead and stay in Georgia for the 8th best cornerback, and it's Grayson's JuhMayest Williams. The former Archer star will spend his final season playing high school ball for the number 2 team in our excellent 25 rankings presented by the Army National Guard. Grayson, and in his last year at Archer, he balled for 1,200 plus yards on the ground and 25 scores. On the other side of the rock, he had over 50 tackles and 2 INTs. And hey, a lot of people are already starting to compare his game to Tyrann Mathieu, a guy that can play all over the field and make big-time plays. And just like the previous 2 guys, Johnson and Terrell, Williams is still uncommitted, but according to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they think it'll come down to South Carolina, Clemson, or Georgia. Let's go back out to the West Coast to California, and the number 7 DB in the 2017 class is Rancho Cucamonga's 5'11", 175-pound corner Thomas Graham. The former USC commit reopened his recruitment back in April, and whoever snags the big-time playmaker is getting one of the best cover corners in all of high school football. For the first time, we are getting out of California and Georgia, and checking in at number 6 is Clairton's Lamont Wade. The 5'9", 180-pound DB checks in as the 2nd best overall recruit in all of Pennsylvania. The 4-star corner's dream school has always been Michigan, but after Jim Harbaugh tried to play a little bit of hardball, I'd expect Wade to commit with another Big Ten school. And according to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they are 81% sure he will go to Penn State, but keep an eye out for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's dive into the top 5 now. And guess what? We are heading back to Georgia to zone in on JuhMayest Williams' teammate, D'Angelo Gibbs. The 6'2", 200-pound 4-star corner is one of the biggest DBs in the country. And I tell you what, if I was a quarterback lining up against Grayson, I wouldn't be throwing the rock too much. In my opinion, Williams and Gibbs are the best 1-2 punch in the country in the secondary, and according to 24/7's Crystal Ball, they think Gibbs is staying in-state and playing for Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, I know Florida's starting to get a little mad, but don't worry, you got a couple guys in the top 4, and up first is Flanagan's 5-star cornerback Stanford Samuels. The 6'2", 175-pound Florida State commit is big time. When he put on the film, you see he has it all. He's got the size, toughness, and speed to be a big-time playmaker on Saturdays and Sundays down the road. Sticking in the Sunshine State for number 3, and it's Trinity Christian Academy's 5-star corner Shaun Wade, and in my opinion, you can make a strong case he is the number 1 corner in the country. The 2017 Ohio State commit made big play after big play last year for the boys down in Jacksonville, Florida, and they enter 2016 as the number 18 team in our excellent 25 rankings presented by the Army National Guard. And since Shaun Wade stepped door in the facility at Trinity Christian Academy, they have gone 38-3 over that stretch, including 3 consecutive 3A state titles. The 2nd rated DB is my guy Darnay Holmes from Southern California at Calabasas High School, and he might have the best ultimate highlight mixtape in all of high school football. The 5'10", 190-pound corner does it all. He's probably the fastest DB in the country and might be the fastest high school football player overall, and he checks in as the 10th best overall recruit in the 2017 class and is the 3rd best recruit in the Golden State. The number 1 cornerback among all rising seniors is from the Lone Star State, and it's South Grand Prairie's 5-star DB Jeffrey Okudah. The 6'1", 190-pound corner checks in as the 5th best recruit in the 2017 class and is number 2 in all of Texas. The recruiting process is starting to pick up steam for one of the top uncommitted prospects. He just came out with the top 6 that features USC, Oklahoma, Clemson, Florida State, Georgia, and the Ohio State. And according to 24/7's Crystal Ball, Ohio State is a 65% favorite to land the best DB in the 2017 class.